Hello, my name is Amani Mosley, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Dr. Ferguson, the owner and head coach of Tampa, Florida Judo. Today's question for Dr. Ferguson is: how has the sport of judo impacted mixed martial arts, and to what degree?
Amani, once again, thank you so much for your question. I think all we have to do is look at the recent state of affairs of mixed martial arts to see the impact that judo has made. We have the current UFC champion Ronda Rousey, who was a bronze medalist in the 2008 Olympics. It is evident that she's made a huge impact on the sports of mixed martial arts in terms of the inclusion of women in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I think Ronda Rousey, from her background in Olympic style judo, has brought a higher level of professionalism to the sport, especially on the women's side, and has brought an it factor that we really haven't seen on the women's side of the sport. I mean, we kind of saw it with Cyborg, but that's been somewhat tainted via her history or background with drugs. And let's just be honest, some of the things that Cyborg has done, we don't look at in the same light since she has had her positive tests with enhancing aids. I think we haven't seen a Ronda Rousey type figure unless you want to compare her to what we have on the men's side in terms of John Jones. The thing that we have to admit is we have to admit that Ronda is a judo player. We have to admit that some of the things, her background, her development comes directly from judo, and that has impacted the sport of mixed martial arts. You can also look at the development of Vale Tudo in and of itself, coming from Japan, as the people from Japan moved over through the diaspora of Japanese into Brazil. Excuse me, pardon me, if some of you don't know, the second largest population for Japanese individuals is Brazil. After Japan is Brazil. They have a huge population of Japanese in Brazil. The influence of the sport of judo is what created Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The influence of the sport of judo, or the art of judo, is what created the whole Vale Tudo movement. That, being of the combat jiu-jitsu side or the judo sporting side, that actually helped develop the Vale Tudo and the Brazilian jiu-jitsu that you see today. We know that judo had a huge influence in the development of the Pride Fighting Championships. There were a lot of judo players internationally, not just from Japan, who came through those ranks. We also know that Royce Gracie, who learned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, has a huge influence when it comes to judo, because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came from judo. So I don't even think we can quantify or really qualify the total impact that judo has on the sport of mixed martial arts. Currently, I believe that a lot of people are looking at judo once again as an art form to practice in order to improve their mixed martial arts game. Unfortunately, the International Judo Federation has changed some of the rules of the sport, which it kind of creates an aversive stimulus for a wrestler or a mixed martial artist to practice judo if they don't have the techniques that were included before. The leg takedowns, the leg grabs, the marote guards, the double legs, etc. It provides the mixed martial artist with an incomplete opportunity to practice. It provides the judoist or the judoka with an opportunity to practice the sport as it is for competition at the Olympic, local, international, and national level, but it does not provide the mixed martial artist with an opportunity to really practice the sport as they would like to. There are some clubs who still practice what we call pure and complete judo or combat judo, which does give the mixed martial arts practitioner an opportunity to practice judo in its purest form. But I believe that judo has maybe on the inclusion side missed a great opportunity in terms of mixed martial arts, but I also believe that it created an opportunity to keep its core concept and core values, which is throwing first, at the forefront of the art. And when we look at judo, we don't look at judo for the arm bars per se. We go to other sports for that. When we look at judo, we look at the beautiful throws and the high arcing throws and the beautiful technique from foot sweeps. And I think judo has taken the time, per the influence and the changing of rules from the International Judo Federation, to really refine its core competencies, which, in my opinion, even though I'm contradicting myself somewhat, in turn will help promote its prominence to sports like wrestling and mixed martial arts. But getting back to the original question, there's no way to quantify or qualify the impact that judo has had on mixed martial arts. It has had a huge impact. And for people to just look at the judo practitioners in the sport of mixed martial arts, I think you're doing a disservice to the impact that judo has. Without judo, there is no MMA.